We will focus the escalation request on the service call 198 from the Customer Alpha Center, that's classified as a support incident with medium priority and is referring to an error during the deployment of a SAP multi-tenancy application on SAP BTP Cloud Foundry. So, let's inform the assistant about the escalation request. The assistant will fetch the relevant information from the service call and request the escalation advisor to check whether it qualifies or not for an escalation. The assistant informs that, according to the company's policy, the request qualifies for an escalation, because the incident is unresponded for a long period. The customer claims that it's directly impacting the progress of their project and has explicitly asked for an escalation. So, let's say we want to proceed with the escalation process. Once again, the assistant will review the service call information and ask for the next step in the process by proposing a list of escalation options. Draft and send an email to commit with a solution as quickly as possible. Directly provide a solution proposal in the email response or just increase the incident priority to high. Let's initially pick the first option. The assistant will leverage the service call information to draft an email message that's presented to the user for reviewing. Once reviewed, the assistant requests the user approval to send the email. So, let's approve it. The assistant will look for the contact person's email in the service call to compose the message and use the Send Email tool to send it to the customer. Finally, it informs the user that the operation has completed successfully. Here we can see that the reply to support incident 198 has been received by the customer with the message body generated by the assistant and approved by the user. Now, let's use the same escalation request and decide to directly send a solution proposal in a response to the customer. The assistant requests the advisory expert to craft a straightforward solution to the issue by combining information from the company's knowledge base and the internet. Then, it drafts an email message containing the proposed solution and presents it to the user for reviewing and approval. So, let's approve this one too. Once again, the assistant will look for the contact person's email in the service call to compose the message and use the Send Email tool to send it to the customer and, in the end, inform the user that the solution has been successfully sent out. The response to support incident 198 received by the customer now contains the straightforward solution proposed by the advisory expert. Still keeping the same escalation request, let's finally choose to increase the incident priority to high. The assistant then triggers the service call handler to proceed with such operation and finishes by saying that it's successfully completed. If we look at the information from the service call 198, we verify that now the priority has been increased to high, and there's an additional remark stating that such escalation has been performed by the Escalation Assistant. If we stick to the same escalation request one last time, we can see that, as the priority is already set to high, the only remaining options are the direct interactions via email. In this case, as both have been already attempted, let's just ask the assistant to stop the process. And this concludes our demo. Thanks for watching.